Hi, this is my second video of this video series of how to be more productive working from home or working online. In this video, I'm going to give you more in-depth tips on how to be productive working from home or working online, and some real practical golden nuggets you can apply to get more done, as well as stretching and posture. So if you want to learn more about getting more done in less time and even have more energy, sit back, relax, grab your favorite beverage, or better still, follow along with me in this tutorial. Hi, my name's John, and in this channel, I make videos to help you start and grow your online business using affiliate marketing as the core strategy. So be sure to hit the subscribe button below and turn on notifications so you don't miss a thing. So in this video, I want to cover how to find more time to achieve more, starting with a solid morning routine. I'll show you my own morning routine. I will also cover stretching and posture tips to help you keep you at your best and counteract the problems from too much sitting, plus much more. So the value of mornings. Look, this is especially critical if you have a family, because you've got the young ones that can wake up, and that's precious time in the mornings for them too. So I get the inspiration here from Miracle Morning, and I just love this book. I've listened to it a number of times on my book summary app, and I'll pop a link in the description below. But there's so much in this, and I'll break it down how I make it work best for me. But as a start, look, you probably already batch your activities. Some people call this habit stacking, but you may not even be aware of it. So for example, if you're like me in the morning, you wake up, you have a drink, you drink some water, you go to the toilet, you put the kettle on, and you do some more things. So this is because your brain is wired to do the same thing every day you wake up. These are habits, like most things we do each day. Now look, some habits are bad and some are really good, such as the savers. Now, the Miracle in Morning explains this very well. Again, this is a good recommended read or listen, depending on your style of learning. But look, the 6 things are silence, affirmations, visualization, exercise or movement, reading, and scribing. So, and I love the intro to the book because he covers about how so many of us live a mediocre life, though we really have potential to be successful. So whatever it is that you're wanting to achieve in your life, if you can just grab your mornings and own them, you'll be a real head up on so many people that are just not taking advantage of this prime time. Because there's no point looking back on the rear view mirror about what might have been in your life. He calls it the rear view mirror syndrome. You know, just grab it. So if you wake up every morning with a purpose in mind, you'll be on your way to crafting a happy and purposeful life. Take some people like Oprah Winfrey, Albert Einstein, and even Aristotle. All of these famous people have one thing in common: getting up early. So let me share a couple of key tips. You change your morning routine to increase your wake-up motivation level. So how can you do this? Firstly, affirm yourself and what your key goals and purpose is before you go to bed. And then when you wake up, brush your teeth. This gives you a sense of freshness to start the day. And secondly, drink a big glass of water, or in my case, I like the warm water with a teaspoon of apple cider vinegar and a dash of cayenne pepper. I do this for the increased energy, digestion, and to get good bacteria. So by doing these 3 things, you wake up feeling brighter and prepared for the core practice of the Miracle Morning routine. And the next thing to do to counteract stress is to start with some purposeful silence. So this may be prayer for you or meditation for you, depending on your belief system. So all belief systems can do this. Look, if you're worried, the book does touch on meditation. If you're worried that that's too new agey for you, do the deep breathing while either you're reading or listening to an audio book or prayer. So the next thing is your affirmation and visualization. So this is your self-talk. As a very minimum, just watch what your self-talk is doing to you and try and whatever it is that affirms you, works for you, that self-talk, to start your day on a positive note. Here you might visualize your ideal life, your dreams, and your goals, something as simple as that. The next key part of the Miracle Morning is morning exercise, which will keep your body healthy and spur your success. Look, the author here recommends a yoga DVD. For me personally, I prefer to do my exercise, more serious exercise, later on in the day. And I start with an Own Your Morning exercise routine with a couple of parts, which I will show you later on. And next, read and write in the morning to focus on your personal growth. In my case, I listen to the Blinkist book summary app while doing my Own Your Morning routine. I just find that it works for me. I'm really getting some valuable information at the same time as doing my stretches and control drills. But either way, this is to focus on your personal growth. If you choose to write, you can split the page into 2 columns, lessons learned and new commitments. And this can really help focus you for the day. And again, like what I've done, you can really customize this Miracle Morning to fit your own personal circumstances. So we're all a little bit different, and as you test and experiment with this, you'll learn what works best for you. So for example, if you choose to make it 60 minutes, you might spread those 6 parts equally. Or if you're a morning exercise person, you might do the 30 minutes exercise and 5 minutes for the others. In my case, I do the shorter routine and the exercise later in the day. So just to recap the things that you would include in your Miracle Morning routine to help achieve the life of your dreams is silence, affirmation, visualization, exercise, reading, and writing. And another thing here is a very useful suggestion is to find an accountability partner. So whether it's your significant other, spouse at home, or otherwise someone you're connected with, just think of it like the extra motivation you get from going to a gym with a gym partner. It's a bit like that. Now, onto my Own Your Morning routine. So you're probably aware that most of us working from home or working online, what we end up doing is sitting a lot more than we should. We end up sitting on the computer, on the desk for hours on end. And guess what? You know when someone dies, what happens to their heart rate? It flatlines. That's exactly what's happening to our glutes and our legs. While we're sitting, they're just not working. And there's some other problems from too much sitting. We get very weak neck flexors, the lower traps, lower trapezius. We get tight in these areas, the upper trapezius, the chest gets tight, the front deltoids, and our hip flexors, which is where we're sitting, right at the join there. And we get weak glutes. They just switch off. So if you want to own your morning, you can follow along to these exercises and movements which I show you below, and you can even move along with me. So let's kick off on this Own Your Morning routine. Please follow this routine. Do this every day. It will help for plantar fasciitis or tightness in the calves, which gets very tight from sitting. So we'll start by doing the calf stretch. So here you can see I'm leaning up against the wall. I inhale and lean into the stretch. So to start with, I'm just doing the straight-legged calf, and then I'll do that for a few breaths, and then what I'll do next is change the angle because there's 3 points where each muscle connects. So let me tilt the foot a little bit. And exhale, and changing it to the final position, which is tilting outwards. Inhale. Now I'll do the other side as well. So let me change legs over to the right leg. Let me change legs over to the right leg. Inhale. Point forward, the foot pointing inwards. Inhale. And the foot pointing outwards slightly. Inhale.
can really feel that stretch on different parts of the calf. My calves get a bit tighter because I do some running and some lower body work.
Now you might notice that one side feels tighter than the other. This is quite typical. So what you do here is do a tight side on the 2-to-1 ratio, so twice on the tighter side. And the next stretch, what we'll do is, it's the downward dog position, but we're only doing it on one foot. So we'll inhale here and we exhale as we push hips back. So there's two positions, starting with the foot in and then the foot out. I'll just show you that now. So the next exercise is going to be a downward dog, but the difference here is we'll do it only on the one leg. So we get in the downward dog position and inhale, and as you inhale, exhale, push back and really feel that stretch in the calf. Inhale again, change positions, this time all tilting the foot on the inward side. And you may even want to do it a third time, tilting the foot the other way. Again, change sides. Inhale. Exhale. Tilting the foot inwards. Inhale. Exhale. And tilting the foot outwards. Inhale. Exhale. And then just give the knees a little break. Just to relax the knees, relax the hips. And we'll do one more final round of this where that can be longer by the way, and we'll do one more final round of here where we stretch into the Achilles more. So downward dog position again, but this time tilt forward on the bottom leg and then lean into the stretch as you exhale and really feel that stretch the lower Achilles. Other side. Sorry, my mistake. Now we'll do it from a different angle. Tilt the foot where you're feeling the greatest tightness. So either inwards or outwards more. Inhale. Now switch to the other side. Grab that, get in position. Inhale. As you lean down, really feel that stretch into the lower Achilles as you exhale. And then I'll tilt the foot to go on where the more tightness is. Inhale. Okay, just sitting in the relaxation position again. Now the next round of exercises is we're going to open the lower back. Now you'll get this is because we're typically sitting too long. So this will be a great addition to what we just did was the calves. And to do this for your lower back to really release and unlock that lower back. So it's great to do this every day because if you're sitting longer than you should be, everything is really getting tightened up in that lower back area. So we do this, and I love doing this in the morning. You can even do it in the evening to really just help free up that area. So what we do there is we lie on our backs and we put our knees directly in the air above us, and then we'll arms out on the side, inhale, and as you exhale, drop the knees down and look to the other way as you reach out. Watching me do it.
So I'm reaching out to the left. As I pull to the left, I'm looking to the right. And for a greater stretch, I'll even pull on the hips for a couple more breaths. Now back to the middle for the other side. Hand on the knees as you inhale. Exhale, look away. And hand on the hips. Now I do that a couple of times, and on the pretty 2 times on each side, and then on the 3rd time I like to hold it for 5 long breaths. Try that and it'll really help to unlock that lower back. And again, if this one side is slightly tighter than the other, then you can hold the stretch for a little bit longer on that side. Now I'll do a couple of extra exercises that give me some more energy. So I like to just do a downward dog and cobra combination. I'll just show you how that looks. So downward dog as per normal, and then this time with both legs back, I just like to stretch out those calves, push back into the hips, and then add a cobra to it. And this is good in just releasing that tightness in the traps and the lower back. Looking at relaxing the neck. And I'll do that a couple of times just to really stretch it out. Really wonderful thing to do first thing in the morning. And a bit of a cobra again. Now the next exercise, because I get especially tightness in the hips, I do another one, which is, now it's very important that the knee is in line with the rear knee for this one. So what I'm doing is I'm folding one knee in front of me and the other knee is in line with my hips and my front knee. I'll just go back a little bit. And then what I'm doing here is then as I inhale and exhale, I can drop down into the stretch. So I really feel it on the back of that hip, those tight hip flexors, and helps open them up. You can even find the little angles where there's those special tightness, works best for you. Look, and if you do find this one a bit tricky, there is an alternative where you can put the top leg on, say, a sofa, and you lean back with the bottom leg in a similar position, except a straight leg on the ground, obviously, with your foot on the ground. And you can, that's if you haven't got this sort of flexibility. You can do it a bit easier that way on the sofa. I can do it this way, and the knees are in line with the rear knee, and you're just dropping into that stretch, and you're really feeling it there on those tight hip flexors, which get tight because of our sitting. And this helps to complement the other lying on your back with the hips over on each side. Now the next exercise I like to do is a glute bridge. Especially the glutes are just, they just get completely inactive. So, and we've activated a few other muscles here, so it's good to do this one towards the end. So what I do here is I lie down and push the tummy into the floor, feet firm in the floor, and at this point then you
engage your core and then clench your glutes as you raise up. And you can really switch on those glutes just to engage and activate them from all the inactivity of sitting. When you get a bit advanced, you can even do it with one leg raised like that to really get into that. You can see that's completely switched on. And the other side. So that's really helped to engage and switch on those glutes. So I've just got 3 more. I like to do this to engage the lower back and also it's good for the body. My chiropractor tells me to work from opposite sides. So this is one I've been doing for years, where we opposite arms, opposite legs, engage your core, and then you're sticking them back. And hopefully I'm in alignment without my head raised. Just in alignment there. And this one here I might hold for 10 or 15 seconds. And I'll do that, say 4 times, or even more. The more you can do any of this, the better. Let's try and hold that alignment. Do it multiple times on each side. And that's a wonderful exercise. Now I just have 2 more exercises that I'd like to show you for the upper body and the trunk, because that gets tight also. Now there's 2 ways to do this next exercise. I'll show you the simpler way of doing it. You're just putting your hand on the hip, and with your other arm, you're reaching up and over and slightly diagonal towards the back as you feel this side really open up. I find this one good, particularly in the morning, as I just wake up a bit, stiff, and because you've been rigid for so long. And similarly with the other side, which I'll do on an angle here. It's only because I'm so tall, but normally you have your straight legs. So up and slightly diagonally behind. You reach up and look away and really feel that stretch on the side there. There is another one that I like to do, which is a doorway stretch here. So you reach out with your top arm, and the same leg that is on that side goes behind you, and then you can stretch. I'm actually leaning in towards the camera, away from the doorway, and I'm feeling a real stretch just along that lat region and the trunk, which really helps me. Similarly, I'll do the other side. Again, the top arm is the same as the leg which goes behind, and I'm leaning into that stretch, stretching that trunk and that core. And another one, because we just tend to hunch forward when we're on the computer. So this is one that you've probably seen already, but the good old chest stretch, just to help open up that chest from all the hunching forward. Keep your head back. Again, because there's multiple points, relax the neck. You can alter the angle in which you do this. Now I've got 2 more hacks which are really good to engage the glutes. You can do this. You can even do this next one while you're sitting. I call it the thin tummy variation. So the first thing we do is, this is good for your pelvis. So what we do is we suck our tummy flat, make a dish shape, suck it in, and as you're doing that, you squeeze the glutes up. It's almost like you're levitating. So just let me show you that. So you can see I'm sitting here. The first thing I do is suck the tummy in, make it a dish shape, suck it in, and next you squeeze your glutes up. So you hold it for 5 seconds, then release. So it's as if you're levitating off your seat, and this is a wonderful thing that you can do multiple times, even as you're sitting down. And the final one is called the lower back forward and back. So what this does is it engages your glutes because of all that inactivity from sitting. So again, we make our stomach a dish shape, we suck it in, then we walk forward. So I really try and engage mentally my glutes, switch them on, and keep the stomach sucked in all the time. And on your way back, you squeeze the quads and walk back squeezing the quads. So let me show you that as I do a shorter version of it. So you make the stomach a dish shape, suck it in, engage the glutes, and walking forward, really engaging that glutes as you walk forward. Then as you walk backwards, then on the way back you squeeze your quads. So you're really squeezing those quads. And this is a wonderful one to do as you're walking towards the kitchen, getting a glass of water or whatever you're doing, because you can engage the glutes just in this, which is otherwise just a normal walk. So I'm currently in the standing position at a standing desk, and what I do here is I have one foot in line with the other foot and I squeeze and engage the glutes and then I release. So I'll just show you. So down here at ground level, you'll see that I've got my feet in line with each other, and what I'm doing here is I'm squeezing the glutes, engaging them and release. And this is a good one to do just when you're at your standing desk working. You just do it for 20 times at a trot. Squeeze for 5 seconds, release. Squeeze again. And similarly, you just keep switching legs over. And the final exercise, which I can equally do on the standing desk or on a wall while you're working, is to engage the glutes as you lean into the wall or on an object. So if you've got an object or a thickish book, you can just do it while you're at your standing desk. So what we do is we engage the glutes, lean onto the object or the wall, and really engage those glutes as you exhale. Similarly, the other side. Get in position, engage both of those glutes, and you're really working that side that's leaning against the object or the wall. And again, the wonderful thing about those couple of exercises is that you can do them at your standing desk while you're working, or equally during your 5-minute breaks. So I hope that helps. All part of the Own Your Morning routine. Okay, now in closing, my power tips. Firstly, do any of these stretches or engagement exercise during your 5-minute productivity breaks, between the 25-minute productivity chunks known as the Pomodoros, which I covered in the first video. For example, the lower back, forward and back is a great one when walking to the kitchen during your well-earned break. Another power tip is if you do work night shifts, some of us do, you can also do your miracle morning, but you're just doing it later in the day when you're waking up. So there we go. I hope these ideas have stirred up some inspiration to you so that you can be more productive, and especially in the mornings. Over to you. What's your favorite productivity tip or idea that helps you get going in the mornings? Please comment below and let me know. Also, if you have any questions about anything I mentioned in this video, feel free to leave a comment below. By the way, if you like this video, by all means give it a thumbs up, subscribe and turn on notification bell if you want to get real online business tips and trainings video each week. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.